Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, and the lawsuit that's going on with them right now. Now, this is something I haven't really talked about recently. I thought there was just so many other people covering it better than I could. But today it's been a slight new development that I thought I might as well touch on. But in case you haven't been keeping up and you've been living under a rock for the last week or so, I'll go ahead and give you the rundown. So, on July 20th, the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing has filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard with claims that employees have faced, quote, constant sexual harassment, including groping comments and advances due to a frat boy workplace culture, end quote. The suit, which comes after 2 years of investigation, also alleges that women at Activision Blizzard were paid less than men in the same roles and were promoted more slowly than men. Activision Blizzard has vigorously denied the claims in a response today. Although this came out a few weeks ago, I think almost 2 weeks ago now. And they said the filing states that women were subjected to numerous sexual comments and advances, groping, and unwanted physical touching, and other forms of harassment at the studio. Female employees working for the World of Warcraft team noted that male employees and supervisors would hit on them, make derogatory comments about the R word, and otherwise engage in demeaning behavior, reads the complaint. A former chief technology officer is accused of groping inebriated female employees at company events and was known for making hiring decisions based on female applicant looks. Multiple examples are cited, including a story involving an employee suicide, which the California Department connects to the harassment. Complaints to Activision include human resources staff as well as executives, including Blizzard President J. Allen Brack, were ineffective as complaints were treated in a perfunctory and dismissive manner and not kept confidential, says the suit, which resulted in staff who complained being subject to retaliation, including but not limited to deprived of work on projects, unwillingly transferred to different units, and selected for layoffs. So really, it's just nepotism and sexual discrimination, sexual harassment, the full 9 yards, okay? And they continue by saying the suit claims that other women were assigned to lower levels, paid less, passed over for promotion, says the suit, in favor of male counterparts who lacked the same experience or qualifications but who were friends with the male head of the unit. Yeah, so it's just nepotism, sexual harassment, and sexual assault to the point where someone actually commits suicide over this. Supposedly they were passing on a company retreat. They were passing around nudes. The men were passing around nudes of this lady, and she commits suicide over it. So it's just completely deplorable, loathsome behavior that was going on over there. As I said, a frat boy culture. And of course, Blizzard did not take kindly to this lawsuit, and they kind of dismissed it out of hand. And they said an Activision Blizzard spokesperson responded to the accusations in a statement sent to PC Gamer, which claims the filings include distorted and in many cases false descriptions of Blizzard's past. It goes on to say that the DFEH, which is the California Department of Fair and Employment Housing, was required by law to adequately investigate and to have good faith discussions with us to better understand and to resolve any claims or concerns before going to litigation, but they failed to do so. Instead, they rushed to file an inaccurate complaint, as we will demonstrate in court. And the Activision statement also responds specifically to the complaint suggestion that an employee's death by suicide was related to harassment, saying, "We are sickened by the reprehensible conduct of the DFEH to drag into the complaint the tragic suicide of an employee whose passing has no bearing whatsoever on this case and with no regard for her grieving family." It goes on to suggest that the filing paints an inaccurate image of Activision Blizzard as it currently stands, saying, "Over the past several years and continuing since the initial investigation started, we've made significant changes to adjust company culture and reflect more diversity within our leadership teams." Okay, so if you heard there, they did not respond well to the lawsuit and allegations levied at them. They just denied pretty much everything. Just dismissed it out of hand, essentially. But that brings us to today's events, where J. Allen Brack officially stepped down from his position on Tuesday. The move was announced in a posting on Blizzard's website, which is also said Brack would be succeeded by the role by Jen O'Neill and Mike Ybarra, who will work as co-leaders for the embattled company as it faces fallout from a recent sexual harassment and discrimination lawsuit. Now, if you recall, J. Allen Brack was the president of Blizzard, And in the lawsuit, it accused him of being personally aware of the toxicity in his company and that he failed to take effective measures to protect his employees. So this guy was like at the head of it. He kind of promoted the culture of, I guess, a frat boy culture, as they put it. And Blizzard now has finally taken a step in the right direction. Obviously, they have a lot more progress to go, but it's a start, and I'm always happy to see a start. And now both O'Neill and Ybarra are supposedly new to the company, and they've both worked on World of Warcraft and Overwatch, Overwatch being one of my favorite games. And they say in a statement that both leaders are deeply committed to all our employees to work ahead to ensure Blizzard is the safest and most welcoming workplace possible for women and people of any gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or background, to upholding and reinforcing our values, and to rebuilding your trust. The posting on Blizzard's website's read. With their many years of industry experience and deep commitment to integrity and inclusivity, Jin and Mike will lead Blizzard with care, compassion, and dedication to excellence. That's a little bit dubious in my opinion, just because of their history. Like, just their track record does not inspire me with to believe what they're saying here. Although, you know, I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I just can't in this situation. But hopefully they mean what they're saying, and the company really does change for the better. But I guess we'll have to wait for that to be seen, for that to come to fruition. But this really, I guess, if anything, it just signifies that the company is started to actually take seriously this lawsuit and what's happening. I mean, I guess they kind of looked at their stock price recently, which, if you don't know, was at well over $100 a few months ago, and now is dipped below 80. So their company has taken a hit as of late. So it looks like all it took for them to get their house in order was losing a lot of money. And I think I've said it before on the channel that all corporations care about is that bottom line, like how much profit are they making. And obviously, from their stock price going from 100 to below 80 now is quite significant. So, well, I guess it remains to be seen how much Blizzard changes for the better, how they continue to address this situation as it's unfolding, and how they're going to amend or provide reparations for their employees, if they do that at all. But with that being said, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.